Good evening. Good evening once again. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2025. The student speeches do not reflect the endorsement, sponsorship, position, or expression of the School Board of Broward County, Florida. Please follow graduation decorum as directed in the letter signed by you and your student. Noisemakers, air horns, whistles, beach balls, and confetti are prohibited. We now ask for everyone to please rise for the procession of graduates. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors, the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance. Families, just a reminder about the decorum. Please let the processional come in. Thank you. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. At this time, please welcome our amazingly awesome principal, Sharice Merchant James.
Good evening, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Seagull Alternative High School. What a momentous occasion to greet and honor the graduating class of 2025. I extend warm greetings to the graduates, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, guardians, and close family friends. I name all of you because you are all integral in the success of the students sitting before me. And a very special welcome to the faculty and staff of Seagull Alternative High School. Celebrating with us this evening is Miss Leonardi, Vice Chair, District 3 of the School Board of Broward County. Dr. Ted Toomer, Central Regional Superintendent. Dr. Leo Neesmith, Central Regional Director. Ms. Adrienne Dixon-Paul, Central Regional Assistant Director. Thank you for participating with us on this event. At this time, if there are any other distinguished guests in the audience, please stand and be recognized now. Thank you. As I close out my second full year as principal of Seagull, I look back in awe as to how far we've come, the graduates and myself. Rowing towards student success, that was the theme of my first year. This year, however, we sailed to new horizons to search, rescue, and recover student achievement. We weathered the storms, encountered some rough waves, found calm seas, basked in the sunshine, until we finally anchored in favorable waters. But how did we arrive here? Graduates, what did you do to meet this milestone of becoming a high school graduate? What actions will you have to continue in the future to maintain and catapult yourself to even higher heights and greater victories and successes? You'll have to recognize that there's the old you and the new you. What you did was put off former things and leave the old behind. The kindergartner, the middle schooler, the high schooler, the uninspired, the unmotivated, the procrastinator, the I don't want to and I don't feel like it person. You are not that person anymore. You had a change, a transformation in your heart. You adapted new behaviors and created new habits. By embracing one at a time decisions you make to construct the new you. You let go of old and ineffective ideologies. But this was not and is not a one-time event. This must be continually, daily. You must have intentional actions of putting the new you, the graduate, the collegiate, the employee, the parent, the victor, the conqueror, the I can do all things. Align yourself with like-minded individuals. Praise your successes, even the small ones. Be your biggest supporter. Like the senior t-shirt, on the back it says, they're not like us. You got to mean that, because they aren't. They don't possess what you have, your grit, determination, hustle, tenacity, your conviction, or your purpose. You have a new identity. Claim it and walk boldly into it. You are a high school graduate. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to welcome our Brace Advisor, Ms. Katrina Broom-Pratt, to the podium.
Good evening. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to recognize our college acceptance. The following seniors have been accepted into universities and colleges beginning in the fall of 2025. Seniors, when you hear your name called, please stand and remain standing for recognition. Jose Davila, Broward College. Olivia Cullen, Valencia College. Eric Perez, McFadder Technical College. Janaris Foster, Hastings University. Tracy Johnson, Broward College. Melissa Pierre, Kaiser University. Please remain standing. Alveston Vassar, Florida Memorial University, and Stetson University. Dimitri Villiers, Florida Memorial University. At this time, we are going to recognize this year's scholarship recipients. Scholars, when you hear your name, please stand and remain standing for recognition. You are to pick up your award when you're picking up your diploma at the end of this ceremony. This year, we are recognizing 5 scholarship recipients. These scholarships are being awarded to students who have a weighted GPA of 2.5 or higher. This award is $500. The student qualified because of the college acceptance letter, involvement and achievement in the school. This student will be going to Broward College, Tracy Johnson. And that is the Scholars Award. For the Assistant Principal's Award, it is $750. The student has qualified for this scholarship based on his acceptance letter and his involvement and achievement in school. This student will be attending Florida Memorial University. This scholarship is for $750. Alveston Vassar. The Principal Scholarship, this award totals $1,000. The student qualified based on college acceptance and the involvement and achievement in school. This student will be attending Florida Memorial University, Dimitri Villiers. Thank you.
Scholars, you may be seated. We have 2 final scholarships that I wanted to have the privilege of announcing. The next scholarship is the Shirley S. Williams Technical College Scholarship. This scholarship is in the award of $1,000. This student has qualified for this scholarship based on his acceptance, their acceptance into McFadder Technical College, and this student will be recognized, Eric Delgado Perez. Congratulations. You may be seated, Eric. The last scholarship, as some of you might have heard, we had the passing of one of our child care staff members this school year. This loss hit our school family, and it was devastating. In honor of Miss Carolyn Span McBride, we have another scholarship through the Broward Education Foundation, one of our partners, of $1,000 for a teen parent. This is our first year doing this scholarship. The person getting this scholarship qualified based on their acceptance letter has met the requirements due to their involvement in school and has been accepted and has been going to Kaiser University. This $1,000 scholarship, being named in honor of Carolyn Span McBride, is Melissa Pierre. Congratulations. You may have a seat, Melissa. I call back to the stage Ms. Broom Pratt.
At this time, please direct your attention to the screen for the video presentation as we wish a fond farewell to the senior class of 2025.
Good evening, everyone. Our salutatorian for the class of 2025 can be described as focused, driven, and determined. This student was welcomed into the Seagull family long before she was a student. We have watched her transition from an inquisitive little girl accompanying her mother to work to a young woman poised for greatness. Much like most students who arrive at Seagull, she was uncertain of how she would fit in at our school. However, she seized the opportunity to use our flexible scheduling, caring and innovative instructors, and small class environment to complete her graduation requirements. This student's recognition of this distinct honor is a testament to her unwavering spirit to accomplish her goals. With a weighted GPA of 3.7, she has been accepted to Valencia College, where she will be attending in the fall. This student has also earned over 400 hours of community service. She is a shining example of how grit and a positive outlook can impact your altitude in life. We look forward to seeing wonderful things from her in the future. Without further delay, I present to you Seagull Alternative High School's class of 2025 salutatorian, Olivia Karma Cullen.
Okay. Hello. Oh, wow, it's bright up here. Okay. Good evening and welcome, Seagull family. I am honored to be recognized as the Seagull Alternative High School 2025 salutatorian. I transferred to Seagull from my home school halfway through my freshman year with little hope. Due to a once-in-a-lifetime global pandemic forcing my graduating class to social distance and switch online learning, I started to fall heavily behind. I was taking classes below my grade level. I was lost and ready to give up. I seriously considered dropping out of high school altogether. I was only 15 years old, and due to state laws, I would have to wait until I turned 16. So unless I wanted my mom to go in jail, I had to push through. I was only committed to doing the bare minimum required of me. Then something happened. My teachers started believing in me. Whether it was Mr. L providing me with engaging discussions to help me understand our U.S. government, Miss Maska praising my reading abilities and driving my creativity, or Miss Ma pushing me on beyond my comfort level in her class, expecting more out of me than I expected out of myself. They gave me a confidence in myself I didn't know I had. Because of teachers like them, I wanted to learn again. It was not long before I raised my own personal and academic standard and began to fight for my own education. Oh, sorry. Once I took control of my own learning, it was time to move out of my comfort zone and connect with new people. Joining clubs and organizations on campus like SGA and Women of Tomorrow helped me build many new relationships. I gained a competitive spirit and learned to fight for what I believe in. My leadership as president of SGA has taught me to not only be a leader, but to create new leaders and act change on our campus. It also gave me a family of peers I didn't know I needed. Shout out to Wilmer, Janaya, Zariah, and Chanel. Thank you for... Thank you for always having my back, and I am forever proud of you and everything we have accomplished. To our moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, and any person in our lives that has pushed us at times to get up and go to school, thank you for not giving up on us. I know sometimes we didn't make it easy for you, but we couldn't have accomplished this without your support. Now, class of 2025, if I could ask you to please stand up, because I would like if we could wave to our supporters that got us here today. Class of 2025, I leave you with this. Remember that risk is better than regret, It is time for us to think big and take chances. Falling behind academically did not stop us. Personal challenges did not stop us. A whole pandemic couldn't stop us. Whatever path you take, carry this chapter with you and never forget where you came from. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Thank you, Olivia, for that inspiring speech. I stand here before you to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025. To earn the honor of class valedictorian is a well-sought-after achievement that is awarded to only one person in the graduating class. Many strive for this recognition, but only one receives this status. Through unwavering perseverance, laser precision focus, and accountability, Dimitri Villiers has seized this distinction with a weighted grade point average of 3.77 and will be attending Florida Memorial University in the fall. Raised by his grandmother, Dimitri was shocked, yet ecstatic to learn he had the highest GPA in his graduating class. He stated to me, "I wasn't thinking I was going to graduate this year, much less be named the Val. I really did that." When asked what he did to excel at this level, he explained to me, "I made choices for myself. Self first, self-care, and self-love." But there's so much more to Dimitri than his extensive academic work and his accomplishments. He's also passionate about modeling, acting, and entertainment. He plays the piano and simply loves music. Please welcome to the stage Dimitri Villiers, your class valedictorian.
Good evening, teachers, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It is with great honor that I stand before you as the valedictorian of Seagull Alternative High School, class of 2025. I'm not just here to share my story, but to hopefully show that no matter how hard things may get, we all have strength to rise. After 5 years of online school due to COVID-19 and other circumstances, I returned to in-person school for my senior year, only to find out I was missing 12 and a half credits, 40 hours of community service hours, and still needed my math and reading requirements. I had 4 months to complete everything, and that was a big challenge. On top of that, I had transitioned from living with my dad to living with my mom, and that move had become a turning point, one that helped me grow and take accountability for my future. Because of the pressures I was under, the change wasn't easy. I was balancing schoolwork, community service hours, test prep, and working to cover my needs. I quickly realized I had to make a choice. I could either give in or I could focus. I chose to shift my mindset and do what I needed to do to graduate. Despite the stress and frustrations, I committed to my goals. I woke up each morning with a purpose and got things done, just like so many of my other peers have done today. To anyone who may be facing similar doubts, fears, or uncertainty, I want you to know you can do anything you put your mind to, and that I'm living proof. I came in missing 12 and a half credits, 40 hours of community service hours, and 4 months later, I'm standing here as your valedictorian with a GPA of 3.76. So remember, it's not about where you start, but how you finish. To everyone who encouraged me and supported me along the way, thank you for believing in me, especially my family, my father, my dad, my mom, and my grandmother, who always pushed me and supported me. I'm forever grateful. I'm also very grateful to Seagull Alternative High School for helping me and pushing me, my teachers, and everyone. I'll leave you with this quote by Nelson Mandela. "It always seems impossible until it's done. Stay focused, chase your goals. This is just the beginning. Thank you.
I keep having to tiptoe or bend this mic back down. They're so much taller than I am. At this time, I would like to introduce to the podium our Vice Chair, Sarah Leonardi. Ms. Leonardi is the current Vice Chair and District 3 representative of the School Board of Broward County. Prior to serving as a board member, Ms. Leonardi spent nearly a decade teaching in Broward County Public Schools. Ms. Leonardi is grateful for every moment she gets to serve students, families, and educators in Broward County. Welcome, Ms. Leonardi.
Thank you, thank you. Before I get started, could I please ask any graduates who are enlisting in the military to please stand, as well as any veterans or active duty military, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your service. I want to take a moment of personal privilege and share that my son was able to attend the daycare at Seagull this year for several months. And as soon as I walked in the door and as soon as he was pushed in a stroller through the door, we felt at home because of all of the incredible staff at Seagull. From the clerical staff who greeted us to the security who would hold doors open and have conversations with me, and the teachers, social workers, everyone at the school, administration, everyone at the school is truly amazing, and I can tell that they love you graduates very, very much. So thank you, Seagull, for being a home for so many people, including myself. Almost every day, my daughter, she's 3, grabs our old beat-up 1984 copy of The Little Engine That Could, the copy that my mother would read to me when I was a child. She is obsessed with this book, and it may be because of the dolls and the peppermint drops the train is carrying, but I'd like to think that she's absorbing some of the book's themes as well, some themes I'd like to share with you today. In the story, a broken-down train is stranded, full of toys and food meant for children on the other side of the mountain. Several big, shiny engines pass by, the fancy new engine, the strong and fast engine, and the rusty old engine. But one by one, they all say no. Not my job, I'm too tired, I'm too important. And then, finally, a small blue engine, humble and overlooked, comes along. She's never been over the mountain. She's unsure, but she says something simple and powerful. I think I can. And then she does. Graduates, you are at a mountain moment in your life. Life will offer you chances to move forward, and also moments when you'll be asked to help someone else, when the easy thing will be to say no, to focus on yourself, and to keep moving. But the most meaningful lives are not built on being the fastest or the strongest. They're built on kindness, on choosing service over status, on saying yes when it matters, even when it's hard. And let's be honest, much of the time, the mountain is internal. Anxiety, burnout, feeling like you're not enough. It's okay to acknowledge that. Strength isn't pretending you're never struggling. It's saying, this is hard, but I'm still going. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just keep going and saying, I think I can. And don't forget to look around and help someone else up the hill too. We believe in you, we are proud of you, and we can't wait to see what's on the other side of your mountain. Congratulations, Seagull Class of 2025.
Hello again. It is my pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker, Alexis St. Clair, a proud graduate of Seagull's class of 2017. Since soaring beyond our nest, Alexis has earned several professional certificates and an Associate of Arts degree in health science. Her commitment to lifelong learning continues as she now pursues both a Bachelor of Science in Midwifery and a Master of Science in Oriental Medicine simultaneously. While at Seagull, Alexis built strong relationships with both staff and students, and she remains deeply connected to her purpose, educating and empowering youth. Through public speaking engagements and small group presentations, she continues to inspire others to unlock their full potential. Alexis is passionate about making a difference, and I'm confident that her story will offer insight, motivation, and a reminder that anything is possible with purpose and perseverance. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Alexis St. Clair.
Good evening, Seagull family. It's an honor to stand here before you today, on this stage, in this moment that felt like once a distant dream. I walked into Seagull for the first time at 22 years old. One arm holding my son, the other carrying my daughter on my hip. I came in with 62 credits and a mountain of hope, only to be told that nearly half of them didn't count. I had to redo 2 years' worth of high school. Some people said it was impossible. Most assumed I couldn't do it, but I did it. And there's one thing that I want to leave here today to believing that the impossible is just something people say until someone like you proves them wrong. I didn't experience high school like most people. I was juggling diapers, deadlines, and breastfeeding in between classes, learning to balance being a student, a mother, a dreamer, all at once. I spent more time in the nurse's office more than any other sick kid, except I wasn't sick. I was hanging out with a little group of students that we had inside of there, sharing food, laughter, and kind of resilience that you didn't learn in textbooks. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't come in loving every subject. In fact, I saw economics on my schedule, and I'm like, oh, this is going to freaking suck. Like, I hated it, but turns out I was really good at it. Like really good at it. Every time my teacher would look at me and say, St. Clair, do your own work. And I'll just smile, and I'll turn back to being the undercover tutor that no one asked for while I was doing everybody else's exams. But the turning point, the moment everything shifted, was in Miss Lang's class. One day I was casually talking about breastfeeding to one student and the importance of natural health care, just by sharing my experience. I was never good at public speaking, but that day I was fearless, passionate, alive. Miss Lang looked at me and said, "You're a natural. I think you found your calling." And in that moment, when I looked up, the whole classroom was staring at me quiet. Any other time, I would have gone into a full panic attack. Even the boys were listening. That's when I realized she was right. That's when my dream of becoming a midwife was born. Then came Mr. Lord. He didn't just encourage me, he fed my passion. When I decided to dive deep into learning about everything I could about midwifery, he didn't think I was crazy. He saw my potential, and he let me take time out of class. He let me bring students into the room to bring presentations about breastfeeding, birth plans, and education, everything I was learning. He gave me a platform to teach it. He poured into my madness in the best way possible. He's still by my side till this day, encouraging me along with his wonderful wife, and the amazing head of daycare who always believed in me. This brings me to Dr. Robillard. If it were up to me, I would have lived in that daycare. It was my safe haven. She knew, without me saying a word, when I was overwhelmed. She knew that my son was my comfort, and sometimes when things got too heavy, she would let me slip in the daycare just to hold him. She never made me feel wrong for needing space. She never made me feel bad about missing out on certain things. She checked up on my children like they were her own, and when I had concerns, especially about my children, I was a mama bear. The slightest thing would set me off. But she met me with compassion and strength because she was just as much as a mama bear as I was. And when my son took his very first steps, she didn't make me miss it. She pulled me out of class just to see it happen for the first time. Of course, I've cried. She never let me miss out on being a mother while I was fighting to be a student, and for that, I'm always grateful. In moments I felt so alone, I didn't have a supportive family. I was even told by family members I wasn't good enough, that I should quit, but there was no way this team was going to allow me to give up. I remember the people who believed in me, and when I started to believe in lies, even when I stopped believing in myself. Where am I going? I'm going to build a practice that centers compassion and care. I'm going to open up a retreat for new mothers who need safety and healing. I'm going to keep walking into rooms people once told me I didn't belong in, claim my space anyway. Because this school and this experience didn't break me, they built me. So to every graduate sitting here today, if you've ever been told you're too late, too far behind, too young, too old, too different, hear me when I say this. You are right on time. You are capable beyond belief. You do not need permission to rise, only the courage to start. Thank you, Seagull, for being my beginning. To my support team, Ms. Lang, Mr. Lord, his wife, Dr. Roblard, Mr. Loberbaum, and so many more, thank you for seeing me. And to this graduating class, go on and be the proof that nothing is impossible. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. St. Clair. I can see that her speech resonated with a lot of the students here because so many times we've been told, no, you can't do it. And here you are doing it. So thank you again for our motivational speaker. Now, this is the time. I would like to call back to the podium Ms. Leonardi, and she will certify the class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Merchant-James. On behalf of the School Board of Broward County, Florida, I certify that these students have met all the requirements of the school board and the state of Florida for graduation from high school.
And now the presentation of the class of 2025. I have the honor of having the class of 25 to get ready for the graduation roll call. Just a few quick things we're going to ask parents. I know that you're excited, but we're going to be having names called, and we want to have everybody's names be heard and also have our photographer to take pictures. So we're asking that you please stay in your seats and not come to the stage as we listen for the roll call. At this time, class of 2025, it's now the roll call.
Ooh, good evening. Good evening. I just want to say a couple of things real quick before I do this roll call. Everybody knows that I have been in the system for a very, very long time, and some of my students now, I've had their parents as students. So I just told my class the other day that I'm very, very proud of them because our motto at Seagull is that you came here to catch up, not give up. They counted you out, and we counted you back in. So I just want to say, and they know I love them, even though I gave them a hard time, but it is all good. And I designed the shirts this year. And I told them that no one is like us at Seagull. So that's our senior motto for this year. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and get started. And congratulations again. Okay, Mrs. Smeater. They're going to give them to me, the kids. Right? Yeah. Okay, so our first recipient is one of our top students. He's our valedictorian, Mr. Dimitri Villiars. Our second student is our salutatorian, Miss Olivia Cullen. This is one of our top 5% student, Miss Chanel Davis. This is one of our 10% student, top 10, Miss Brianna Cornwall. This is one of our top 10 student, top 10%, Miss Tanacia Hall. This is also one of our top 10% student, Miss Melissa Pierre. Next we have Mr. Isaiah Antoine. Miss Ramaya Arias. Miss Zariah Baker. Mr. Tyrell Bishop. She is unique within herself, Miss Unique Cardoza. Miss Maria Correa. Mr. Christian Cook. Christine Charles Mondesir. Mr. Jose Davila. Miss Diana Dagerbert. Mr. Eric Delgado Perez. Mr. Janoris Foster. Miss Nasiah Brewster. Miss Jennifer Geron. Mr. Matthew Henry. Miss Dana K. Holness. Mr. Jeffries Jackson. Miss Janaya James. Miss LaCuria Jenkins. Mr. LaQuan Jenkins. Miss Tracy Johnson. Mr. Zakari Jordan. Mr. Zaire Jordan. Miss Tatiana Joseph. Miss Janaya Kendrick. Miss Miracle Mohorn. Mr. Janmio Milano. Mr. Ivan Ortiz. Miss Gabrielle Preval. Miss Zaria Robinson. Mr. Wilma Rosario. Miss Scardy Bonhart. Miss Danifka St. Louis. Miss Naraya Stenville. Mr. Sterling Noham. Mr. Wendlinski Titus. Mr. Alvinson Vassar. Miss Amaya Wilcox. And last but not least, Miss Jada Sammy. Okay, at this time, would the class of 2025 please stand? The turning of the tassel is a tradition for a graduating class. This moment symbolizes the completion of an academic journey and the beginning of a new chapter in life. Seniors, as you turn your tassel, you are acknowledging a momentous occasion, thanking all of the people who made this moment possible, such as your teachers, the staff, and families and friends. Graduating class of 2025, You may now turn your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, you did it.
I know you want to celebrate tonight, but now we have, you may sit, graduates, for a brief moment and gather your things. I would like to take this time to thank all of you for coming to our graduation ceremony. As we said before, this event could not have happened without all of you in the audience participating in the lives of the students in front of us. We have come to the time to say good night. Thank you all for a great evening. I would like the audience to remain seated until the graduates exit the auditorium. Graduates, please stand for the recession. Please remember you may pick up your diplomas in the holding room. Line leaders, if you can escort the graduates out. Good night. Thank you again for coming. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful and safe evening.